Hello everybody, Cyan Link here, and I'm going to be doing another everyday carry knife. This is another one of my favorites for everyday carry, and this is the Benchmade Griptilian. Get specs out the way, we have a 3.5 inch Tanto style blade on this particular model, made out of 154 cm steel and coated with black oxide to help with corrosion resistance, although 154 really doesn't need that too much. It is still a good thing. 420J stainless steel spacers to give the handles lots of strength, and the handles themselves are made of, if I check my cheat sheet, Norile GTX. Not totally sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a type of resin. I did some research on it. Long story short, it's really great stuff that has some really good characteristics. Just take my word for it. Alright, let's go about the blade. It's made by a man named Mel Pardue, and he's a really great knife designer, actually kind of famous in the design community. And this is one of Benchmade's top selling knives. Alright, so I've had this knife for well over a year. It was my favorite everyday carry before I purchased my Spyderco Endura, and I still use it quite a bit just because with the thicker spacers and the thicker handle, it is a little bit more durable than my Endura 4. So I'll still go to this if I'm aware that I'm going to be doing a lot of hardcore cutting during the day. So I've inflicted a lot of abuse on this thing, and the blade is still very much intact. I even got bored one day and threw it at a cardboard box a couple times just for fun, and there's no nicks or anything along any part of the edge. I even used it to pry some stuff open because I didn't have anything else handy to do that with. Something you're not supposed to do with a knife, but it didn't cause any damage still. The serrations are a little bit dulled because I use those a lot to cut open God knows how many cardboard boxes. And the black oxide, it came off a little bit on this corner right here. You can see it if you look at it from the right angle. But the rest of it is completely spotless, so they did a great job adhering that black oxide to the blade. The mechanism is an axis lock. It's a Benchmade patent. If you look on the inside in this space right here, you can see there's a small bar going across that's fitted into a notch on the blade to keep it open. You pull that back and the blade closes. Now, in order to keep the knife closed in your pocket, when you open it, keep an eye on that little bar. You'll see it has to get moved out the way, and that it has to push against the spring holding that in place basically, and that's going to help keep it closed in your pocket. So it's not going to come out. But I've noticed, this is kind of cool, with this particular knife, if you pull these back, you can just give it a little flick and it'll pop right open, and you can do the exact same thing to close it. So that's actually really nifty. And let's go over ergonomics. The thickness of the handles, also this diamond texture, and plenty of jimping all over the place, give it really great stuff. It has some jimping in the back to go against your palm, right in the center. Jimping that starts here goes all the way up the liners and then a little bit on the back of the blade, so you have full coverage all the way over the length of your thumb. Not so deep that it's uncomfortable, just enough to give you really good friction to hold on to that. And it also has additional jimping down here for your first two fingers. So altogether you're getting an excellent grip on this knife. It's not going anywhere. That's actually why it's called the Griptilian, I think. Continuing on, let's talk about pocket carry. Now, as this is a little bit thicker, it's not quite as unobtrusive as the Spyderco Endura, but it's not a problem. If I get a pair of pants right here, take the knife and put it in there. So it's a low carry clip. It is going to stick out a bit. Once again, it's going to help you in the concealed carry department. Very comfortable. Very thin, so you can still, reach in and get whatever stuff you need without too much of a problem. And no worries about that. You will notice there is some stuff that's come off of the carry handle, but I think this was just black painted and is not actually black oxide. Aside from that, I really think that's about it on the knife. This knife has become so popular that they actually allow you to customize your own. You can go on the Benchmade website and make your own, choose the blade style, blade steel, handle colors, all kinds of stuff, which is really cool. I actually did that yesterday, and I'm having it shipped to Fort Bliss because I'll be back over there by the time it arrives. And once it comes in, I'll do a video on that knife to show you what I got, and just kind of explain why I chose all the different stuff. Now, before I leave, of course, I want to talk about price. The most basic Griptilian on the Benchmade website goes for $110. That's, without black oxide, which does cost about $15 extra. But, if you know how to shop around and go to different places, I've seen places where you can get it for 70 or 80 bucks. So, this is a very sturdy knife, obviously. I've beaten the hell out of it, and it's still pretty much as good as it was on day one. So, this is what I'm talking about, the good everyday carry. You're talking about 70 to 80 bucks for something that's going to last you an ungodly amount of time without failing on you. So, if I were to do ratings, I would say 5-star, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up. I'm Cyan Link. This has been my review of the Benchmade Griptilian. Have a nice day.